Hey guys, IceWire here, and today we're going to be talking about Apex Legends. This is a review with a bit of discussion chucked into the mix as well, which is something I haven't done in a while on my channel. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it, shall we? First off, what the hell is Apex Legends? Well, to put it simply, it's a free-to-play battle royale game. You get paired up with 2 other players in a squad of 3 and thrown into an arena-like island with no supplies or weapons to begin with. Work together, pick off the other squads in the arena to get that sought-after spot as champion, and basically go hard or go home. The official description of the game is as follows. Choose from a lineup of outlaws, soldiers, misfits, and misanthropes, each with their own set of skills. The Apex Games welcomes all comers. Survive long enough, and they'll call you a legend. You could compare it to the Hunger Games, except with more heavy mic breathing and a sprinkling of microtransactions here and there. I'll be upfront and admit I was skeptical about this one. I'm not really a fan of battle royale games, and this particular one at first just sounded like another PUBG or Fortnite to me, minus the building shtick and chicken dinners. But I heard a few friends of mine who weren't fans of the genre themselves be quite positive about it, so I downloaded it and gave it a chance. And I'm quite glad I did, as it's probably the first battle royale game I've ever liked, let alone played for more than 20 minutes. The gameplay is fun, with the different characters to pick and choose from, who each come with their own unique personalities and cool abilities. So far, my favourite to play in Apex is Bangalore, and she's fun to play as because I feel like I've got a good handle on how she plays. Her smoke launcher is really handy when you're getting ambushed by another squad and you want to either A, make an escape and recover from the attack, or B, hinder the enemies and take them down a little easier. Each character that you can pick from has an ultimate ability, and Bangalore's is Rolling Thunder. What this does is that it calls in a damn artillery strike across a certain area that you've highlighted, and I must say, it is very satisfying.
Come on in. Old Painless is waiting.
The abilities themselves are pretty balanced, I think, in my opinion. The ultimates and some abilities have their drawbacks. Stand out in the open while using Rolling Thunder and you'll get hit by your own strikes. If you're playing as Lifeline and you use the Doc Heal drone while in the middle of combat, not only will you get healed, but the enemies can too. The overall look of the game is pleasing to the eye and quite quirky in its own special way. The arena itself is done in a realistic style in regards to aesthetics, while the characters themselves have a faint Borderlands feel to them, looking more stylized than the environment you'll be running around causing chaos in, which I actually quite liked. It may not be to everyone's taste, but for me personally, since this whole review is just my personal opinion, it was cool and I quite liked it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not a fan of battle royale games, so what is it about Apex that makes me like it so much? To sum it up as best as I can, it's the mechanics of the game that make it interesting. I compared it to the Hunger Games a little earlier, and while I'm sure I could probably come up with a better comparison if I used my brain a little bit harder, as someone that used to be into that back in the day, I find Apex similar to it in some instances. It's a mad scramble to try and find weapons, syringes, and shield cells, and before you're even done getting geared up, you can get wiped out, or you just end up running for the hills and hoping that you can collect more things before you get killed, which is all fun and part of the challenge of the game. But a big plus for me, and this is purely because I am the biggest introvert I know, is that you don't need to talk to anyone, yet you can communicate things perfectly in the game. Now, of course, being able to communicate with a mic is handy. I've played a few matches with a friend over Discord, and being able to communicate where an enemy is definitely handy. But the cool thing about Apex Legends is its ping mechanic. Find some good loot, ping it. You want to go a certain direction? Ping the way. Spot an enemy trying to be sneaky nearby? Ping the sucker. It's done in a way that communicates what exactly you're pointing out really well, and as someone that likes to avoid using a mic in these kind of online team-up games, I appreciate that a lot. It seems like such a small thing, but it can make us more socially anxious gamers feel just a smidge better about playing a game like this. When it comes to Apex, I can't think of too many cons that spring to mind, but there were a few instances that made my experience with the game while reviewing this a little on the damp side. Overall positive, but just a few little nitpicky things here and there. For example, I started playing a couple days after it came out, and I noticed that even when I managed to get a few non-assist kills, the game wouldn't register that I even killed anyone by the end of the game, which I'll admit, got me pissed off a lot. And I suppose if I had to be really nitpicky, the lack of options to be able to mute someone is something that I would hope would be improved on in like a patch or something in the future. Now if there's actually an option in the game to do that, feel free to correct me on this. But I can recall one very particular game where I entered the lobby, got matched up, and the first thing I heard before the character selection screen even lit up my TV was heavy breathing, followed by, and I shit you not, I quote,
Alright, you guys better not be fucking useless at this. I've been put with too many useless pricks and it's really fucking me the fuck off, okay?
Needless to say, it made me nope out, and I immediately yeeted myself out of that particular grouping and found a new, more peaceful squad after exiting that garbage fire. So what's my verdict on Apex Legends? Well, I can honestly say that this entry into the genre of Battle Royale games is a welcome breath of fresh air. There's so much positivity around it, and I had a lot of fun playing it. Which says a lot considering my taste in games that I stick to are usually single player RPGs and action adventure games. The gameplay is a bit to get used to, but once you learn the nooks and crannies of your chosen character's abilities, you have some fun and you'll be able to get shit done without too much idiotic flailing. If you're considering this game, I'd recommend, even if you're not usually a fan of the Battle Royale genre, giving it a go. If my stubborn introverted ass can enjoy it, you might be able to as well. And plus, it's free, so what's the harm? And that is my review of Apex Legends. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have you played the game? Are you considering playing the game? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with the game. I'm still playing it to this day, even after I've finished up this review. I'm sorry it took a while to get this out, but it is here and I hope you enjoyed it. Consider supporting me on Patreon, as it fuels the growth of my content's quality and the variety and production of said content that you guys get to see all here on the channel. And of course, a massive thank you to my current patrons, of course. They are Cosmoronic, Nicholas Montoya, Caroline Richardson, Cooladora, and Kay. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these guys, do hop over onto Patreon and have a look around at the cool rewards on offer. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you introverts later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time.